Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude and today I'm going to be doing your weekly pick a deck tarot reading for the week beginning 10th of January and ending 16th of January. So I hope you're doing well. So if you would like to take a moment to look at the back of the decks, just look at the art, and when you are ready close your eyes, and the first deck that pops into your third eye between your eyebrows is the deck that you are drawn to for this week. If you see more than one, obviously you can check out more than one reading. So I'm going to be quiet now and give you a few seconds so you can concentrate. Alright, so if that was not long enough, just pause the video, otherwise I'm just gonna go and start. So this will be deck 1, deck 2 and deck 3. So if you have chosen deck 1, you have chosen the Alice in Wonderland deck. So let's see what we've got. So what energies do I have for next week? For my querents who chose the Alice in Wonderland deck. Now those are general readings, they will not resonate with everybody. Take what applies and discard the rest. Alright. Sorry, there's some incense on my reading cloth. Okay, in the center of your spread you have the Chariot. Crossing it you have the Hierophant. Below you is the Eight of Pentacles. Above you is the Ten of Pentacles. Behind you is the Knight of Swords. Ahead of you is the Sun. Wow, what a card to have for the near future. Advice is the Three of Pentacles. Environment is the Five of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, Seven of Pentacles. Final outcome, Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the decks, which are the energies that you may not be aware of, you have the Tower. Okay, give me a second. So, in the center of the spread, which is you right now, you have the Chariot. This is a major arcana. So it's an energy that's more permanent than the minor arcanas that deal with day-to-day situations and events. You have three major arcanas on this spread. The Chariot is ruled by number 7, which is the number of experience, but also reflections and assessment. The Chariot talks about having worked hard and coming in victorious. So it's a triumph card, but it does imply that there has been some hard work, some effort put in whatever project you're working on, or a relationship if it's a relationship we're talking about. It also talks about traveling, so it could be this, take what applies to you. But at the moment it's crossed by the Hierophant. It's another major arcana. And actually, my bad, you've got 4 major arcanas. The Hierophant is number 5, so number of changes. And you know, cards have layers, so it can represent a spiritual mentor. It could be a counselor who can help you. It can represent a committed relationship, such as a marriage. It can represent traditions and values, your values. Big enterprises and companies if we're talking about work. And what I'm getting right now, to be honest, is more something to do with your values and traditions. Because in the near past you have the Knight of Swords, and the Knights are agents of movement. They indicate things moving forward, and Swords is air energy. It's a fast energy, and it is to do with your thoughts, your truths, and communication. It has a message of rushing to do something. The Knight of Swords is not a knight who's going to hesitate. He is determined, and he's got the resources because he makes decisions based on facts, and he's moving forward. And so this was you in the near past. So you moved forward. All guns blazing is the expression that's coming to my mind right now, with the right resources. And the only reason why you're not enjoying this triumph with the Hierophant is because of that with the Chariot, is because of the Hierophant, because you may have had to do something that kind of didn't sit right with you, with your moral values, with your ethics. The other message I'm getting, and this is very specific, is just for some of you. If you were moving forward, all guns blazing in a project within a company, you may be overshadowed by the senior leaders, blocking you from being fully recognized and triumphant because, you know, getting the recognition, you've worked really hard for this, and they're kind of blocking your triumph in a way, which sometimes happens. It's really sad when you work for a company and you really want the company to grow and move forward, and you're a team player, you try really hard, and then your senior leaders feel threatened by you, so they put you down a notch and you are not getting the recognition you should be getting. Talking from experience here, but that's a specific message. Otherwise, it may have been something to do with your ethics and your morals. It just didn't sit well with you, is what I'm saying. Because this is your subconscious area, and this is your conscious area, your goals. So your subconscious is dealing with the Eight of Pentacles, which is 8 is advancement, and you have a lot of pentacles here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you've got 4 pentacles, which is nearly half of your my bad, 5. I really can't count today, I apologize. But you've got 5 cards, that's half of the deck, of the spread with pentacles, so that's why I'm gearing towards a work reading. Because the pentacles, or coins as they used to be called in the Tarot de Marseille, deal with the physical world, the physical aspect of things, so home life, work life, career, that kind of thing. And so the Eight of Pentacles talks about the dedication, the hard work, mastering your craft, and also the pride that you should feel. You know, he's putting them on the wall, he's very happy with his creations, he's applying himself. This is someone who refines his skills. And subconsciously, you have been doing this, but the message I'm getting is that you want this to be recognized. Now, I don't always put so much emphasis on the recognition aspect of the Eight of Pentacles, but for this reading, this is what I'm hearing. So this is something that's, you know, stuck with you in your subconscious. You're gutted you're not getting the recognition for all of this work you've done, and you know, I can't say I blame you. If you've worked really hard, I get it. And in your conscious goals, you want the 10 of Pentacles. So 10 is the completion, the end of the cycle, and the 10 of Pentacles talks about abundance and stability, but for a long time. It's often called the legacy card. You know, it can also be inheritance. You're just hoping that you're going to make your mark, and that this is something that's going to be more permanent. This is what you're gearing for. Well, in the hidden energies, let me tell you, there's something that's going to happen, and it's going to take you by surprise, because you have the Tower. The Tower is a major arcana, and it really is an explosive card. I really like the art for this deck. I think it represents the essence of the meaning of the card really nicely. Because the Tower talks about a change, an abrupt, sudden change that you did not see coming, and neither did people in your environment. This is total surprise, shock and awe, and I'm getting the distinct message that things are going to change for you. This Hierophant is not going to be able to block you anymore, whether it is you dealing with your ethics problems, as I mentioned earlier, whether it is the big wigs in a company sitting on you so you can't get the credit for what you've done. This is going to go. And there's nothing that can be done about this, because this is the universe, God, your angels, whatever you believe in. This is them intervening and redressing the situation so that what you deserve comes to you. So at the moment, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it in the order, just because it flows better for me today like this. So at the moment, you're feeling the Five of Pentacles energy, and the 5 is the number of change and challenges. And in the realm of physical world, it could be the loss of a job for some of you. It could be the refusal of a promotion if you thought you were gonna get a promotion or a raise, you know, and you're feeling that. It's a feeling of being rejected. You know, people talk about being left out in the cold because of the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, but that kind of thing, the rejection, the lack, and that's how you're feeling right now. But the advice is the Three of Pentacles. Now, 3 is the number of growth, expansion, beginning of abundance. And the card talks about also working collaboratively, working within a team. It also talks about the beginning of recognition. So the advice is to work with people. Accept support if it is offered. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. Because in the near future, you've got the Sun card. Now, this is the best card in the deck. It's a major arcana, and the Sun talks about the warmth, the vitality, it's re-energizing, but it also talks about triumph, victory, and success. This is such a beautiful card to have in the near future. So this problem that you're dealing with right now, trust me, this is not going to last, and you're going to shine, because the other message I'm getting with the Sun is, well, it shines, doesn't it? You're going to shine. This is going to change. And in your hopes and fears, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is the second 7 you have in this spread with the Chariot. You also had that. The Seven of Pentacles talks about looking at what you planted and considering the fruits. You know, is it enough? Sometimes it may talk about not being happy with the harvest that's there, but it can also talk about waiting, eagerly waiting to see more growth. And I'm not surprised it happened in your hopes and fears, because this is your fear. You're worried it's going to take too long, but fear not. The Tower is here, so, you know, it's there for that reason. And as a final outcome, you get a brand new beginning. And that is so beautiful, because it's a brand new beginning in the physical world, so in the work life. So something's going to happen with this Tower that's going to be that's going to affect you so positively with the Sun, that this is going to present you a brand new beginning. Because the Aces are the seed, the new concept, the beginning of the suit. So it could be that someone else is going to offer you something. I'm talking about being headhunted, you know, people snatching you from that company you work for, if that's you. It could be someone offering you some money so that you can leave what you're doing right now and start a new project, a new business, that kind of thing. You know, take what applies, basically. So it's very, very positive for you. And whatever this opportunity is for you, the cards are saying that this is going to have a long-term, incredibly positive effect for you. So yeah, what a beautiful reading. I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, or if the message resonated or helped you in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I wish you a beautiful week. Until next time, au revoir. Hello Aquarians who chose deck number 2. You've chosen the Magical Dogs deck. So let's see what I've got for you. What energies do I have for next week for my Aquarians who chose the Magical Dogs deck? Now those are general reading. They will not resonate with everybody. Take what applies to your situation and just discard the rest. Okay. Let's see what we've got. So at the center of your spread, you've got the Ten of Sea. So we're talking about the Ten of Cups. Crossing it is the Six of Fire, Six of Wands. Below you is the Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles. Above you is the Earth Guardian, that is the Knight of Pentacles. I hope you can see the cards, that I've not cut them. Behind you is the Emperor. Ahead of you is the Sky Alpha Male, which is the King of Swords. Your advice is the Hermit. Environment is the Seven of Sea, which is the Seven of Cups. Hopes and fears, the Earth Alpha Male, King of Pentacles. You've got two kings here, plus the Emperor, strong male energy. And your outcome is the Five of Earth, which is the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the decks, which is the hidden energies you may not be aware of, you have the Ace of Sea, which is the Ace of Cups. Now I'm going to clarify, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to clarify this Five of Pentacles. So clarify the Five of Pentacles for us, please. Now the Sea Guardian, that's the Knight of Cups. And the Eight of Wands. I'm going to leave it at that, and if I need more clarifications, I'll go back to it. Okay, so in the middle of your spread, which is you at the moment, you have the Ten of Cups. Now, 10 is the number of completion of a cycle. And cups are to do with the emotional realm. So your feelings, your emotions, your relationships with people, all of that good stuff. So this is like a beautiful card, really, because this is you being completely emotionally fulfilled. It talks about very strong and harmonious relationships, commitment, having kids. You know, it's the forever happy after card. But it's crossed with a positive card, which is kind of, you know, it is what it is. It's the Six of Fire, Six of Wands. Now the 6 is the number of harmony after having overcome some challenges. And Wands are to do with passion, with your spirit, you know, what drives you, what ignites you. It's fire energy. The Six of Wands talks about a celebration and being recognized as well by others after having had to overcome some confrontations, competition, that kind of thing. And so it's kind of stopping you from experiencing the sheer happiness that the Ten of Cups embodies, really. I'm getting a message of having triumphed, but not being over what it cost to be triumphant. And so although everything looks like perfect in your life, and it probably does look like that for other people, maybe you've got the perfect relationship, maybe you're in maybe you're married or in a long-term relationship with kids, and everyone thinks that it's just beautiful and super, they're jealous even, you know, they're like, oh my god, if only I had that in my life. You had to work for this. You've had to overcome something, and I'm not sure that you're past it. You've put it behind, you know, you're triumphant, but it's still bugging you, is the message I'm hearing. And this is the card of your subconscious. You've got the Two of Pentacles. Now, twos are numbers of relationships, but also duality, decisions. And the Two of Earth talks about the material realm. So it's having to do, it's having a choice, basically. You have to make a decision when it comes to the Two of Pentacles. You have two options. And this is, by the way, in your subconscious. You may not be aware of the fact that you have two options that are presented to you. And because in what you're looking at consciously, your goal, short term, you have the Knight of Earth. So to me, this is someone who you are probably in a relationship with. The Knights talk about movement and changes. Now the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of them all because it's Earth energy. It's a slow energy, but it is also the most reliable one, and I think you know that. That's why you are focusing on this person, because this person appears like the safe choice, is what I'm hearing. You know, someone that's dependable. But it's a knight. It is not the king yet. But you do have two options and you're not aware of it. And this does not surprise me, because in your hidden energies you've got the Ace of Cups. Now this is a brand new beginning on an emotional level, because the cups have to do, as I said, with relationships and feelings and emotion. So this is the birth of new love. It could be the birth of a child as well, but something that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled and yeah, just really good about yourself. It's really, I'm getting the brand new beginning in love. It could be the rekindling of a relationship. So it could be applying to what I was telling you at the beginning, like you've had to overcome some difficulties in your relationship, which is why you're not at the Ten of Cups yet. But I'm getting the distinct message that you're not aware that some brand new love is going to come your way. Take what resonates. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you have the King of Swords in your near future. So you're focusing on this Knight of Pentacles because this is the stable, reliable knight. But you've got a king coming your way in the future, which obviously is the master of the suit. Now the King of Swords is someone who is incredibly intelligent and witty. Also very fair, because the swords are to do with the mental realm, truth and communication. He will be eloquent, very good with words. It's he or she, by the way, because it's a general reading. It's someone who embodies the qualities of the court cards that we've got here. And this is going to surprise you. You're not going to see him coming, basically. Now, in the physical world, the King of Swords can be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, that kind of person. Someone who's very analytical and who is going to make decisions based on facts, not on feelings, but very fair, trustworthy. Now, in the near past, I didn't talk about this, but I will. You have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a major arcana, so this is a big energy on your life path. And the Emperor is ruled by number 4, which is the number of stability and strong foundations. This is a fire energy. This is someone who is powerful, a very good leader, and who plans ahead and knows how to get his troops to victory. So the Emperor is a very impressive character. And you may have had an Emperor in a past relationship, which is why, you know, you're kind of not too sure about this Knight of Pentacles, but you're looking at that Knight of Pentacles as if this is going to be the right thing for you. But it's a different type of energy. You know, fire energy is all passion. The earth is more about solidity, stability, reliability. And then you've got the air, which is all about intellect, thoughts, communication. So it's very interesting to see the different elements around you for the relationship and how this is going to move forward. And in hopes and fears, well, you've got the King of Pentacles, and this obviously really explain why you are focusing on this Knight of Pentacles, because you're hoping this person's going to transform into the King of Pentacles, which is obviously the completion of the suit. So this is someone who is very practical, a good businessman, very abundant, very stable, can be also very loving, but lacks for nothing. It's that kind of king that makes you feel safe, is what I'm hearing. And you're hoping that this dog is going to transform into this one, if you get my meaning. And so I'm unsurprised to see that in your environment you've got the Seven of Cups, because the seven is the number of experience and assessment and reflection, and cups is emotions, feelings, and so you're overwhelmed. You've got all of these options, and even if you don't know this yet, your heart knows it's coming, because you see, your subconscious is your higher self talking to you. Your subconscious knows that you've got a choice to make, and may have been trying to communicate it to you. So on a subconscious level, you know that you're going to have to make a choice, and you're feeling overwhelmed right now, and you're not sure if this person here is going to transform into the king. So yeah, you're feeling really unsure and overwhelmed, which obviously is kind of uncomfortable for you. But the advice is the Hermit. Again, unsurprised that this card turned up here. The Hermit is a major arcana, so very powerful card. 9 is the number of achievement, and the Hermit really talks about looking within and shining your light within. So it has the theme of retreating, isolation, so you can be alone with yourself, and you can really ask yourself, okay, who am I? What do I want in my life, and who do I want to share my life with? You know, what kind of energy is going to suit me better? Is it going to be earth? Is it going to be air? Or is it going to be fire? If you see what I'm trying to say. And the only way you can answer this question is by really looking within. Now, some people would say, you know, you could meditate, and that could help. But it could be as simple as just finding yourself a few moments, have a bath on your own with some relaxing music, and just really think about this. It could be going on a walk in nature, by the sea, if you're more of a sea person. It could be practicing yoga. Yoga does wonder for me because I need to move. I can't be sat there meditating, it just doesn't work for me. So it depends on, you know, what works for you, but the advice is really go within and ask yourself those fundamental questions, because this is a big decision. Okay, and then we reach the outcome, and the outcome is 5 of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Wands. So the 5 of Pentacles, 5 is challenges and changes in the physical world. So obviously the decision you're going to make is going to change your physical world. It doesn't have to be a negative card. It's depicted in Rider-Waite's star decks, which that is, as a negative card, but it doesn't have to be. 5 represents changes, and you know, it's all to do with how you look at changes. And if you approach change in a positive outlook, then you will not experience the negativity of it. And the reason why you're going to have that change in your life, which you're going to find challenged, you're going to be challenged by it, is because you've got an offer of love coming your way. And I did say, in the hidden energy, you've got a brand new love coming your way. And I believe this is coming from this King of Swords. And literally, it's going to rock your world and it's going to come very quickly because it's the Eight of Wands. The 8 is the number of advancement, and the Wands are to do with your passion, you know, what drives you, as I explained with the Six of Wands. So you're going to get some communication coming your way, passion communication coming your way very quickly. An offer of love. It could also be, and that's for some of you only, but it could be an apology coming your way, which is going to really destabilize you, and it could be coming from this Emperor that you had in the past, because it is a passionate offer. So it could come from this person. So it's either, because I did say it could be the rekindling of love or the birth of a new love and relationship. So take what applies. But yeah, this is going to shake you, and it's going to come fast, but you're definitely going to receive an offer, an emotional offer, love, or an apology, something like that. And do keep your eyes peeled for that King of Swords coming your way in the near future. Now, the cards can't tell you what to do. They can only give you a snapshot of what the energies are right now. You have free will, and ultimately you have to decide which way you go. But being aware of this situation and what's coming towards you should give you the time, you know, to go into hermit mode and retreat and think about this very carefully, because this is a big decision. I'm really getting this vibe from this reading. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, or if the message helped you in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful next week and hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir. Hello to my Quirans who chose the third deck. You chose the Wizard's Tarot. So let's see what energies we have for next week for my Quirans who chose the dragons, the Wizard's Tarot. I said dragons because it's got dragons on the back and I'm obsessed with dragons. Sorry about that. So what do we have? Now do remember, those are general readings. They will not apply to everybody. Just take what resonates and discard the rest. All right. So at the center of your spread, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Crossing it, you have the Eight of Cups. Below you is the Queen of Pentacles. Above you is the King of Swords. Behind you is the Three of Wands. Ahead of you is the Seven of Cups. The advice is the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, sorry. Not only you can't see the card, but I've just kicked my tripod. In the environment, you have the Five of Pentacles. Hopes and Fears, Eight of Swords. Unsurprised that this just appeared here. Final outcome, the High Priestess. Well, that's an answer I hear loud and clear. Energies underlying which you are not aware of is the Nine of Cups. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, so at the middle of your spread, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana, so this is a more permanent type of energies on your life journey, as opposed to the minor arcana that deal with the day-to-day event and situations. And the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by number 10, which is the number of completion. So this card talks about cycles. You see, it's always turning. The wheel is always turning, and it brings you different events and opportunities on your life journey, but you are dealing with the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one, and it's big. It's going to have a big impact on your life, something that's going to last. And this is crossed by the Eight of Cups. Now the 8 is the number of advancement, and the cups are to do with your emotions, feelings, and your relationship. The Eight of Cups is saying that you've come to the realization that you are not fulfilled anymore, and you want to move on, and you want to look for your Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfilled card, or even the Ten of Cups, which is the happiest card ever, you being emotionally fulfilled, having it all. So you've come to terms with this. You know that you need to move on, because you can feel that the wheel is turning, but you're not doing it yet. That's what I'm getting. Because in the near past, you've got the Three of Wands, and the 3 is the number of growth and expansion. The Wand suit represents your fire, your willpower to get something done. It's fire energy. And the Three of Wands talks about seeing the beginning of growth in something, whether it's the growth of a relationship, the growth of a project, that kind of energy. But it's also very often represented in Rider-Waite's style decks as waiting to see this as well. So you have been working on something, and I get the feeling that you've come to realize that this is just not working. So this door is closing so that another one can open, and you've come to this realization. Because in your conscious mind right now, you have the King of Swords. Now the King is the complete realization of the suit. So he's mastered the swords. There are no genders, by the way. It's a general reading. It's just someone who represents the characteristic of this court card. The King of Swords is someone who's very intellectual, very witty, very intelligent, and judges situations and also makes decisions based on facts, not feelings. He sees right through any types of lies, but he's also a very fair king, very trustworthy. And the swords are to do with your mental processes, so how you think, truths, and communication. And so I think, but that's the message I'm hearing anyway, that you are in this frame of mind of being very analytical about what you were working on and realizing, okay, this is just not good for me because actually, emotionally, this is not satisfying me. It could also be someone in your environment that's having an influence on this question. So it could be someone who told you something, a few truths, and because it's the sword suits, it may be a bit blunt because it's factual. It's not someone who's going to put gloves on before telling you the truth or what they think. So there is a bit of that, but that's for just some of you. For most of you, what I'm feeling is it's you are this King of Swords, and you're looking at this situation on a factual base, when actually it's emotionally that you are not fulfilled. Because in your subconscious mind, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is the physical realm, so home life, work life, anything material. And the Queens, to me, embody patience. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's pragmatic, very practical. She knows how to sustain herself. She knows how to make this pentacle grow. She's experienced in a suit, not as much as the King, but nearly there. She's very receptive. She can be very nurturing. And your subconscious is basically your higher self trying to tell you to look after yourself, because you're looking at things from a factual point of view, but you're being blocked because it's your emotions. You're not emotionally fulfilled. You need to do something different, something that's going to make you happy, and your higher self is trying to tell you, nurture yourself. You need to look after yourself. There's something better, but you need to shift how you look at this situation. And in the near future, you have the Seven of Cups. You have two sevens on this reading, And the sevens embody experience and self-reflection, assessment. The Seven of Cups is having all of his options and being overwhelmed by it, not being sure which cup to choose. So you see what I was telling you about you coming to terms with the fact that you need to move on, you're not emotionally fulfilled. This is you looking at all of this and thinking, I have no idea what to do, which to pick, where to go. And the advice is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles, as I explained, is to do with the physical realm. Sevens is experience and assessment. The Seven of Pentacles talks about waiting, looking at the situation and really weighing up whether the effort you put in was worth it. Is the harvest good enough? And I can tell you that right now with the Eight of Cups it probably isn't. That's why you've got the wheel in the middle. It's trying to spin, it's trying to move you forward. So you're going to have to come to a decision, and this is going to be overwhelming for you. But the advice is to really be patient and look at it. Was it worth it, what I was doing before? And right now in your environment, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Now the 5 is number of change and challenges. So there are changes happening in your physical world. So again, this is a general reading. So if we're talking about work, this could be you feeling completely unfulfilled about this, but being in your head thinking, but this is a good job. I'm just going to stay where I am because this is a good job. When actually your subconscious is telling you, no, this is not good for you. You need to nurture yourself. Maybe you burnt out. Maybe you feel not valued. It's just not right for you. So that's for some of you. If we're talking about a relationship, I don't think we are, but if we are, because that would be for some of you, it's the same thing. Is this relationship good for you? No, it's not. But you're looking at it on a factual point of view. Maybe this relationship brings you the stability you require, and obviously leaving this person would be crazy, right? Because what's going to happen in your physical world? There's going to be changes and challenges. So this is the kind of environment you're feeling, and I'm not surprised to see that, in the near future you're going to be overwhelmed. But remember, the wheel always turns, and this is God, the universe, your spirit team, your guardian angels, putting this here so that you can find something better. Because you see, I wanted to finish off on this, but I will say it now. In the hidden energies, you got the Nine of Cups. That's the wish fulfillment. 9 is the number of achievement. So it's you being emotionally fulfilled. It's everything you wish for is in this card, and you're not aware of it, but this is coming your way. So obviously, in your fears, you've got the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is to do with your mental realm, as I said, is you erecting some kind of blockage around yourself. It's like a self-made prison, but it also talks about this need to feel in control, and we're not always in control. When the Tower comes in, for instance, it's a sudden change, we can't control that. The fact that the Wheel of Fortune will always spin, you can't control this. So really, this is unsurprising that it's there. You're all up in your head, you want to be in control of this, but you can't, and you don't know how to get out of this. And as I said, the advice really is to wait patiently and look at it and assess whether it was worth the effort. So should you stay or not, basically. Just weigh the pros and cons, because the outcome is the High Priestess. Now this is a major arcana, and the High Priestess is wisdom incarnate, because she channels messages from the spirit world to the physical world. So she listens to the inner guidance that she receives, and she fully trusts it. So the message is that you need to trust your intuition. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed by all of those choices. Choose wisely, nurture yourself. Because if you trust your intuition, look out for synchronicities, lyrics in a song, words on a billboard or in a book, lines in films, any signs that your spirit teams normally send you, I don't know, little feathers, whatever it is, look out for those synchronicities and signs, because they will guide you towards where you need to be. Because this is a major arcana. This is where it will show you where your life path is, and it will lead you to this Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfilled. So you just need to have faith and trust in yourself and in the fact that the universe, God, or your angels, guardians are guiding you through it. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, or if the message helped you in any way, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And I wish you a beautiful next week. Hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.